Hello and welcome back. This is Insti and I'm continuing playing Agatha Christie Murder on the Orient Express. Last episode we got a little taste of how this game works, and finally we are on the board of a murder train because it says so in the title. Anyways, I think we need to go and have a hearty dinner or supper or evening seas or 11 seas, whatever. I don't know. Last episode I recorded when I was quite tired. Surprise, surprise, I'm a little bit tired now, but we mush on. Any mustaches? Missing them? Can I play this? No. Davidoff and daughters. Well, hello there, good sir.
Excuse me, monsieur. Pierre asked me to inform you that a passenger left us, so his room is yours. Monsieur Bouc instructed that your things be transferred to room 202 during dinner. You will be more comfortable in first class.
It is true what you say. Thank you,
Mr. Fauché, monsieur.
Yes, indeed. I'm more comfortable in the first class. Can we? Your work?
What is your position on the Orient Express?
I manage the bar car, and I also do the restaurant car service.
Well, then do not let me keep you. Lobster tonight, isn't it?
Yes, indeed.
And my room?
Where will my new compartment be?
Room 202 is at the far end of the previous car.
I see, thank you.
Hmm.
I'll leave you to it then.
See you soon, monsieur.
Can I actually go there now? I want to check. Let's see if we can enter. No, we cannot. So we have to go and eat. Okay, anything worthwhile here? No. Well, I know I shouldn't be here, but whatever. Seriously, nothing? Nothing whatsoever? Well, I'm surprised. Toilet? Yes, we look fine. Indeed, our mustache is in order. Well, upwards and onwards, or something like that. Up and at them. Well, well, well. We have a whole bunch of here. Hello, Arbuthnot. Those we don't know yet. Stop grinning. Hello, ladies. Dracomirov. Husband.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. She's blocking our way, so we probably have to. Hello.
Please, my friend, join me. I have taken the liberty of ordering you your lobster.
Thank you. It appears our fellow passengers are all gathered here again tonight.
Ah. If I had but the pen of a Balzac, I would depict this scene.
Oh, it is an idea, that.
Ah, you agree. It has not been done, I think, and yet it lends itself to romance, my friend. All around us are people of all classes, of all nationalities, of all ages. For 3 days, these people, these strangers to one another, are brought together. They sleep and eat under one roof. They cannot get away from each other. At the end of the journey, they part. They go their several ways, never perhaps to see each other again.
Certainly it interests us, inviting us to watch and wonder about their lives.
Ah, I know you, my friend. Even now, your mind, it is at work. Let us test it.
Please, no.
For example, what do you make of those two?
Those two? Which those two? Of course, we have to play these little games. Observe passengers. I will take advantage of dinner to observe my fellow passengers and draw their portraits in my mind. Oh, okay. Let's see how this goes. There's two... Well, let's start with that.
Mamma mia, you can feel the power of engine. We climb into the mountains with ease. I know something about the power, and this baby has it in spades.
There's something special about a train, I'll give you that. I sell toys, and model trains are one of our biggest items. And not just for children either.
You sell model cars too?
Sure, but give me a train any day.
Oh, my friend. What do you have against the cars? Now I work at Fortuna in Italy as a spokesperson. We are producing the next generation of electric cars, the Fortuna Firenze. Like the city, it is beautiful. We got the competitors looking over their shoulders so much, they're going to hit something.
Didn't mean to be insulting. It's just that there's something magical about a train.
Well, obviously he's Italian. I think 59 would be too old, probably, and spokesperson, like he said.
That's the right answer. The loud gentleman is very confident, a master of his own fate. It is as much in the inflection as it is in the words. He believes in winning, also that he is the one who will win.
You are a magician.
Oh, it is not a parlor trick, my friend. It is simply observation.
Okay. We can zoom in and zoom out. Let's start here then. Continue here, there, of course.
I was visiting my daughter. She works at the American Embassy in Istanbul. I told her she'd never find a husband there. Since I wanted to see Paris on my way home, she told me I should take this high-class train. I can't wait to see Paris. It looks beautiful in the movies, but it couldn't be more beautiful than Schenectady in the good old US of A. That's where I'm living now. And you, Miss Debenham, was it? Where do you hail from?
I was born in the UK.
Oh, that's in England, isn't it? What do you do for a living?
I teach English to children in other countries.
I see. Oh, I wish I spoke a foreign language. My daughter speaks several languages. Let me tell you about her work. It's very important.
I speak English as a foreign language. One old TV series joke. Nationality, British. That's from the England, you know. 23 and English teacher.
This is wrong.
Oh.
But I'm never far from the truth.
Wait, what? $40? Oh, sorry. Of course, 40. Yes.
Et voila. There is much you can learn about someone just by observing them and listening. For example, that lady is reserved. She reveals little. She is self-contained. Some secret prompts her to allow her dinner companion to carry the conversation. I confess, in this case, what I witnessed in Istanbul suggests more, but I will respect her privacy.
You will always amaze me.
Oh, right, I should have remembered. She was with Albert, not. I totally forgot. That's what you get when you're playing sleepy.
My friend, this is one of the best desserts I have ever eaten.
You have always had the sweet tooth.
But it is a masterpiece. I can't understand how the dessert can be so good. I would love to know what the recipe is.
Okay, we got a menu here. Don't, starter, salmon crawler style, limoncello vinaigrette, barley, semolina and crunchy vegetables. Main dish, lobster medallions roasted with garlic cream, accompanied by sautéed potatoes in foaming butter and aromatic oriental herbs. Dessert, special surprise Orient Express dessert. Okay, oh. Well, basically I can see those. Even through the menu. Anything from... No, I don't think so. Let's go back.
I couldn't tell what flavor the ice cream is.
Is this the ice cream? Maybe lemon?
It looks like lemon. Look at the zest.
Yes, I wasn't sure what that was.
Right.
What is the red fruit?
Raspberry?
It looks like a raspberry.
You have a good eye, Poirot.
And what is
The
this?
biscuit is the foundation of the dessert. All else is built upon it. What do you think?
Hard to say. I don't think it's... I go with crushed biscuit.
It looks like crushed biscuits, my friend.
Finally observed, indeed. Poirot, I am embarrassed to ask you a great favor.
My friend, I am on this train due to the great favor you have done me. How may I assist you?
This dessert is sublime. If only I had the recipe. Unfortunately, the pastry chef, Miss Nielsen, she will guard her secrets. But you, my friend, I am sure you could make her confess.
You wish me to persuade the pastry chef to give up her recipe?
You who are the expert at interrogation.
Book, it is a dessert.
It is the pinnacle of desserts. You, my friend, who, as you say, are on this train, I blush to remind you.
Fine, you win. Again, what wouldn't I do for you, my friend?
Oh, thank you, Poirot. Good luck.
Okay, so we need the recipe for the delicious dessert. It do looks delicious. Do many D's. So, hand it over.
Good evening, mademoiselle.
Good evening, sir. How can I help you?
That was a magnificent dessert you served us tonight. I wanted to tell you personally how much both Monsieur Bouc and I enjoyed it.
Thank you very much, sir.
In fact, it is so good. Monsieur Bouc insists on knowing how you made it.
Oh, sir, I'm sorry. You must know a chef never gives away their recipes. But, well, you helped with the refrigerator, and without space in it for me, there would have been no dessert. Very well. To prepare tonight's dessert, first I melt sugar to make caramel. Then I spread this caramel to make tuiles. Between two tuiles, I add a small scoop of lemon ice cream, and I put the whole thing on a strawberry crown.
Poirot, you are suspicious even now. The pastry chef gave up her prized recipe a little too easily. I sense she wasn't entirely honest with me.
Okay. Small scoop of lemon ice cream. This is wrong.
Thank you for sharing your recipe with me, but I doubt those are strawberries you're using.
Oops. You have a good eye, Monsieur Poirot. Very well. What fruit do you think I used?
Raspberries.
You used raspberries, not strawberries. I'm not fooled.
You're right. Mr. Bouc, he couldn't tell the difference. Let's move on to the bottom part of the dessert.
My favorite part of the dessert.
First, I melted some butter. I crumbled pieces of chocolate into the butter. Then I placed the mix in a circular mold. Finally, I let the whole thing cool down to let it harden.
No, it's not chocolate.
It's certainly not chocolate that you've crumbled.
I see you do have an excellent palate. Do you know what ingredients I used?
Biscuit.
A clever pastry chef might mix crushed biscuits with butter to create this delicious base.
That's it. You're getting closer to the entire recipe.
Closer? I've caught murderers with less difficulty than this.
I'll give you one last challenge. I'm sure you will be able to figure out the order I mix my ingredients in. If you can, you will
Oh,
have earned
no.
my recipe.
Mademoiselle, solving the murder of Roger Ackroyd was easier than this.
I actually have that book. I should be reading it soon. I'm bad with recipes. Find the order of ingredients of the custard in the middle of the dessert. The vanilla is added just before the flour. The eggs are added first or last. The orange peel comes later than the flour. You should never add sugar and milk consecutively. The sugar is added later than the vanilla. The eggs and orange peel are right next to each other in the recipe. Okay. We have flour. Vanilla is just before flour. I'll put the flour just here so we can get some kind of resemblance. And the those are eggs, obviously. That's vanilla. Vanilla comes just before the flour. The orange peel comes later than flour. It could be here. You should never add sugar and milk consecutively. The sugar is added later than the vanilla. It's got to be after flour then. The eggs and orange peel are right next to each other in the recipe. So would it go milk first? I'll try this. So milk, vanilla, flour, sugar, orange, eggs.
That was easy.
Oh. Okay, we managed to do that, I think.
As promised, my recipe is yours. Give me 5 minutes to write it down for you.
Thank you. I am in your debt. I can take advantage of this moment to resume my little observations of the passengers.
Oh, okay. So we got few passengers. Let's start with her then. All these
Did you
two.
enjoy the meal?
I'm not used to meals like this.
You do not have good restaurants in Kenya?
Actually, we do. This isn't the 1930s.
I did not mean to offend.
You didn't like the meal?
The lobster, it was undercooked, and the potatoes were too dry.
I expect, being Princess Dragomirov's assistant, you must be used to eating well.
Cooking is an art. You do not need to wear the chef's hat to be an artist.
What is your favorite dish?
Currywurst. It is a specialty of mine.
Okay. No, he is... I'll go with the German. That could be probably wrong. Assistant, age... 33.
My little gray cells did not let me down.
And then we have you.
I made a lot of progress on the expenses last night, sir. I should be done by tomorrow morning.
You're supposed to be a fast worker, Hector.
Sorry, sir. Working here is not as comfortable as in our office in Boston.
You're lucky to ride in a train like this.
American and secretary, I would say. Age 40.
That's the right answer.
Here you are, sir. My recipe. Please tell Mr. Book he should not expect my recipes for the other desserts.
Thank you very much, mademoiselle. I know he will sincerely appreciate the gesture, and I will make certain he gets the message.
Why, with the zoom in on the hand, do we have to remember that bracelet? Let's see. What do we have in here? 40 years of British English teacher. You, well, I'm gonna mark. I'm gonna make a marking of that little bracelet. Then we have you, Hildegard Schmidt, 33 years old, German assistant. Hector McQueen, not Lightning McQueen, 40 years old, American secretary. Antonio Foscarelli, 35 years old, Italian spokesperson. Now, let's return to our seat and deliver the message.
Poirot, you were gone such a long time.
So
It proved more challenging than I expected.
It might.
This is wonderful. Did it require the use of your little grey cells?
More the exercise of my little taste buds.
Thank you so much, my friend. Eat your dessert. You've earned it.
Right. Oh, well, hello.
Good evening. My name is Ratchet. I think that I have the pleasure of speaking to Mr. Hercule Poirot, is that so?
You have been correctly informed, monsieur.
Your exploits are well known on my side of the Atlantic. In my country, we come to the point quickly. Mr. Poirot, I want you to take on a job for me. Are you interested in earning a lot of money?
My clientele, monsieur, is limited nowadays. I undertake very few cases.
Why, naturally. I understand that. But this, Mr. Poirot, means big money. Big money.
Big money. And I do mean big money. Wait a minute. So, you are American. Probably a businessman. 62.
Et voilà. What is it you wish me to do for you, monsieur Ratchet?
Mr. Poirot, I am a rich man. A very rich man. Men in that position have enemies. I have an enemy.
Monsieur, in my experience, when a man is in a position to have, as you say, enemies, then it does not usually resolve itself into one enemy only.
Yes, I appreciate that point. Enemy or enemies, it doesn't matter. What does matter is my safety. My life has been threatened, Mr. Poirot. Now, I'm a man who can take pretty good care of himself, but as I look at it, a little insurance wouldn't hurt. And remember, big money.
I regret, monsieur, that I cannot oblige you.
What's wrong with my proposition?
If you will forgive me for being personal, I do not like your face, Mr. Ratchet. Now, if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to finish my coffee peacefully.
Few calls in the background. Okay. So, What's next? And I should go rest in my cabin. Indeed I should. I really don't trust Mr. Ratchet. You and me both, Poirot, you and me both. Now let's, before we go to bed, I'll of course go checking around. What's over there? Let's see if I can enter. Anything in here? Ah! Voila!
Haha! Golden moustache.
Yeah, I've been missing those, but let's see. Oh! That was a bit stuttery there. Don't mind me, I'm just checking around. Oh! What are we doing here? Can I go past you? No. Hello? I'm just snooping around like a good detective. Well, let's move forward and see what we can find. Yeah, I'm a little worried about those mustaches. Well, not really, but it would be interesting to see what happens if I find everyone in this chapter, but I might miss them. Alright, let's check this again. Which is still empty. Bummer. Do you want
A nightcap, Monsieur Poirot?
A cup of coffee, Monsieur Fauché. Then I will retire to my new compartment.
I'm sure you will find it to be most comfortable.
Oh.
We have stopped?
Yes, sir. Belgrade Station. If you'd like to go out and get some fresh air, now is the time. The train leaves at 9:15.
No, I see that it is snowing. I will not seek out the fresh air.
Probably a wise decision. May I suggest a chocolate to accompany your coffee? It is produced by my father, the best chocolatier in Switzerland.
I would never refuse a chocolate with such high recommendation.
I know you will enjoy it, and please let me know if there is anything else you require.
So, you are Swiss, you are bartender, and well, you look old, but I'll go with the 28. It could be totally... I'm bad with this, as we have seen.
I'm right again.
Okay, that was
That
correct.
happens to me a lot. Everything was perfect. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Is there anything you require, monsieur?
No, merci.
Okay, we have our coffee, we have our chocolate. We can move on. Hopefully. What is happening here?
Why, I thought you'd left us. You said you were getting off at Belgrade.
What? No, I didn't say...
You misunderstood me.
But, man, your baggage, it's gone.
It has been moved into another compartment, that is all.
Oh, I see.
Stop staring at me. No mustaches around here. Say, have you seen some golden mustaches around here? They're usually laying around. No. Thank you. So, first class it is. Finally. I'm more accustomed on the fancier things of life. Any golden mustaches? No. Well, hello there. Who are you? Well,
I wish you a good night, Monsieur Poirot.
Good night.
okay. 202 was our compartment.
I hope you'll sleep well and that your head will be better in the morning.
It is just the cold. I'm now making myself a cup of tea.
I hope it'll warm you up.
I hope so. Good night.
Well, good night, my dear. What a brave girl. On the other hand, that man there in the next cabin, Monsieur Ratchet, he scares the hell out of me. There's something wrong about that man. My daughter always says I'm very intuitive. When Mama gets a hunch, she's dead right. That's what my daughter says. And I've got a hunch about that man. He's next door to me, and I don't like it. I put my bags against the communicating door last night. I thought I heard him trying the handle. Well, whoever you are, I'm going right to bed to read. Good night.
Good night, madam. Whoever I am?
Whoever you are. Well, that was interesting. Oh. You don't look so happy.
Monsieur Ratchet seems very upset.
You don't say. Next is our compartment, but before that I'll of course go as far as I can go, which isn't quite far. So I hope I will find mustache in my room, or there probably are no. Probably I've missed them. If there's no mustaches in here. I can't even speak today. Nothing new there. Nothing. Ooh, this is really lovely looking place. Well, if it's another chapter, I probably missed my mustaches. Maybe. Okay, let's go to bed. Go to sleep.
Ah, finally a real bed fit for a king. Or a very tired detective.
Nice jammies. Okay. Thump and bell.
Monsieur Ratchet?
Ce n'est rien, je me suis trompé.
Interesting. Interesting. That definitely 12:37. Oh. 12:37. Mark it down. Just in case. So, can I still check something? Or are we done? Unfortunately, we cannot go to the hallway. Okay, time to go to bed. Nothing really happened there. Yes. What now? Wait a minute. Okay. So, what now?
Good night, madame.
everything
The
okay?
American lady?
Yes, don't worry. You'll know how Mrs. Hubbard is. Imagine to yourself the time I have had with her. She insists, but insists, that there is a man in her compartment. Just imagine it, monsieur. In a space of this size, where would he conceal himself? I argue with her. I point out that it is impossible. She insists. She woke up and there was a man there. And how, I ask, did he get out? And leave the door bolted behind him? But she will not listen to reason.
That one does not leave time to listen.
And are we stopped?
The train has stopped, Mr. Michel.
We have run into a snowdrift. Heaven knows how long we shall be here. I remember once being snowed in for 7 days
Where are we?
between Winkowski and Brod.
Oh la la. It's time for me to go back to bed.
I wish you a good night, monsieur. Or what is left of it.
Okay, thank you. Let's check the phone. I never checked. Ooh, nice case. Unfortunately, we can't take a selfie. Now go to sleep. Well, this is a busy night. Can I please get some rest now? December 17th, 9 AM. I guess we're stuck here for a while.
The train is still stuck and the snow continues to fall. I should have taken an airplane. Well, I must make the best of it and join the other passengers for breakfast.
Okay, what do we have here?
The mustache comb to tame unruly knots.
Oh, good to know.
The finest of curling irons for the mustache.
Nice. Color rigs mustache wax.
Wax to preserve the perfect symmetry of the mustache.
I think. Oh,
The train still hasn't left.
no, and by the looks of it, it won't leave anytime soon. Around the world in 80 days. Okay. A little light reading. So let's go and check the areas, because of course. Can we go here? No? Oh, we can. But not in the toilet. I'll check this area first. There's actually a... Oh, you do. Do you run? Well, not really. And here we have, again, this map. Can't see anything outside. Well, forward we go, and we can check this too. So, anything in... Right, there wasn't a toilet here. Oh, yes. We're not moving anywhere. So we are pretty much stuck in here at the moment. You bit
Good
sleepy.
morning, Monsieur Michel.
Good morning, sir. Please enjoy our special breakfast in our restaurant.
Well, I will. Thank you. Thank you. No more mustaches? Nope. So I might as well go forward.
This delay is intolerable. I am supposed to be demonstrating the Firenze in Paris in 2 days.
Ah, your electric car. Yes, that's bad luck.
Bad luck? If I miss that demonstration, I'll be in deep trouble.
Just text your people in Paris and warn them.
Of course I tried that, but there is no network service in these mountains.
Well, that's too bad. It's snowing in, so what can you do? Well, you could go and shovel the snow, but I don't think that helps that
My
much.
daughter said it would be the easiest way in the world. Just sit on the train until I got to Paris. And now we may be here for days, and my boat sails the day after tomorrow. How am I going to catch it now? I can't even send an email to cancel it. I'm just too mad to talk about it.
My colleagues were to meet me in Paris. They will wonder what has happened to me. I can get no words to them. What will they think? We have refugees to help.
Well, your daughter was right. It's still quite easy. You just need to sit in the train. Although it is delayed, but you still need to sit. And hello.
Good morning, madam. The snow is a predicament, is it not?
I am Russian. Snow is no stranger to me.
Ah, the accent. Would it be St. Petersburg?
You are very perceptive. Monsieur Poirot, is it not?
And may I take it, I have the honor of addressing Princess Natalia Dragomirov.
We dispense with the old titles these days. My husband, all of my past, was taken from me by these Stalinists. When they were gone, I became director of the St. Petersburg Museum of Antiquities to restore and preserve what I can of my country's history.
Still, the delay must be vexing.
If I must be late for my appointments, then they will wait.
I know that I would certainly wait, madame. It has been my extreme pleasure to make your acquaintance, madame.
Au revoir, Monsieur Poirot.
Well, that was a nice little chat. Oh, we can...
A beautiful piano. What a luxury. Pity there's no one to play it.
I feel it's missing something. Maybe it's under the cover. Hello.
Mademoiselle, you are not concerned about the train stopping?
What can one do?
Indeed, this does not make the train move. You have great strength to remain calm at a time like this.
I know one far, far stronger than I.
And that is?
Well, that old lady, for instance. You have probably noticed her. She just has to lift her little finger and ask for something in a polite voice, and the whole train runs.
It runs also for my friend Monsieur Bouc, but that is because he is a director of the line, not because he has a masterful character.
You don't have to have a strong will when you have power. But I suspect I did not need to tell you that, Mr.
Poirot.
Mr. Poirot.
Good morning, Mr. Fauchet. You have early customers, I see.
Yes, I am stuck serving here as well at breakfast. Everyone is impatient. They keep complaining that the train is not moving. As if I could get out and push it.
It's too early for me to order a boxcar. That is the appropriate drink, I believe.
A gin triple sec, lemon and grenadine mix. A drink for a train indeed.
But not perhaps for my breakfast. I think I will settle for an omelette.
Good luck, sir. Miss Nielsen is helping to serve in the dining car.
Okay. So let's go. Again, let's check if something has changed. Oh, wait.
The Orient Express bar is certainly well stocked.
Well, we don't have to delve into cannibalism, I think. At least in a few days, unless you like the taste. So let's go and take the omelette first.
How long are we expected to be stranded here?
It won't do much good complaining to me. That fellow there with the moustache, he may know something.
Excusez-moi, sir.
Yes?
Monsieur Bouc asks for you to join him in compartment 203.
Well, that's...
Look here, Poirot. Can you tell us anything?
I can tell you the snow, it will not move aside on its own.
Of course. But you obviously have some influence with Bouc.
I am going to see him now. I will ask him if he has any information.
Well, I don't think Bouc can melt snow. I'll take a little check. Oh, right, but we already checked this, so I don't need to go there. We can't go in the storage. Can I go past these guys now? Maybe? Yes, I can. No, I can't. Bloody hell. Oh, whoa. There you are. There you are. Are you...
Another golden moustache to try.
So, yeah, I missed a mustache when I was last time. Okay. Probably will miss you more. But let's see what Mr. Bouc wants from us on our neighboring compartment. I hope Ratchet is okay. So.
Monsieur Bouc is waiting for you in front of room 203.
Okay, thank you. I can see him already. So, what's troubling you?
Ah, my good friend, come in. We have need of you.
What has occurred?
A passenger lies dead in his bed, stabbed.
A passenger? Which passenger?
In there. He's an American, a man called Ratchet. It was his valet, Masterman, who was worried that Mr. Ratchet was not awake yet. Pierre Michel, the conductor, decided to break in and found the body.
I see. Well, my friend, I think it is best not to touch anything and wait for the police to arrive.
Oh, I tried to call the police, but there is no cell tower for many kilometers. We could be stuck in the snow for hours. The murderer is with us. On the train, now! The sooner we catch him, the sooner we'll be out of danger. The Dr. Constantine is already examining the body.
Mon ami, this is not a missing train ticket. We must follow procedure. We must wait for the police to secure the crime scene.
Please, Poirot. I will take full responsibility.
Bouc, you ask. Well, if we cannot contact the outside world, then... Oh, you are going to drive me crazy. In truth, this problem intrigues me. I was reflecting not half an hour ago that many hours of boredom lay ahead whilst we are stuck here. And now, a problem lies ready to my hand.
You accept then?
C'est entendu. You place the matter in my hands.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked that Ratchet turned up dead. So let's go in.
Good. We are all at your service. This is the room right here.
I do know. And besides, I couldn't go past you even if I wanted to. Analyze the crime scene. I need to analyze the crime scene to figure out what happened. Sounds like a plan then. Hello there, good doctor.
Mr. Poirot, I am Dr. Constantine.
Forgive me, Doctor. You are a medical examiner?
No, but I have assisted in post-mortems at Nairobi Hospital, where I am a teaching fellow.
I am familiar with your excellent institution.
I do not intend to perform a full autopsy, but a preliminary examination should be of some use.
Of course. May I have a look? Then we can compare notes.
Please. If you need any help, I won't be far away.
Well, thank you. Let's go with this.
That was easy.
Indeed. Now, let's search the area. We have...
Where can the killer have gone? This door communicates with compartment 204. The latch is open on this side.
Yes, indeed it is open. We have pills. Sleeping pills. Take a pill before going to sleep.
A box of sleeping pills. I'll take photos.
Oh. And ratchet safe. We want to open it. I don't know the combination, at least now. For now. What the hell is this?
I wonder what could be in this photo.
Well...
I wonder what could be in this photo.
Can we do something with it? So can I turn... Yes, I can rotate these, okay. So this would be a corner piece. Like so. Definitely here. Oh, one too many. So you would be on this side then, of course. Here we are. Little by little. For Daisy.
For Daisy. Interesting. My little gray cells did not let me down.
Okay. And I need to open the safe in Ratchet's room. It could contain some important information. It definitely would. So we need to find something. Are you called, Doctor? And there's something on the floor. Well, let's check the body. Some residue in the glass.
I will find some interesting things inside.
Okay. Can I interact a little bit more?
I'm sure
nope.
I will find some interest.
So, then we have that. Wait.
Did it belong to Ratchet? I'll take photos.
Banana flavor.
A handkerchief. There's a letter H embroidered on it.
Interesting. Maybe. Broken phone.
This phone was deliberately smashed.
Why though? A gun?
Last night, Monsieur Ratchet said he takes precautions. I see now what he meant. He knew he was in danger and wanted to be ready, yet it was no use to him. I will leave it here for the police.
Okay, I think we checked those already. Then the watch. Broken. What a surprise. 15 past 1. That was the time when the American lady complained that somebody was in his room.
The watch is broken. The hands are stopped at 1:15 a.m. One would expect that to be the time when the attack occurred.
Could be, could be.
As you see, the victim has been stabbed many times. Several alone would have been fatal.
Yes, I agree. An attack most savage.
I will, of course, prepare a complete report on my findings.
Thank you.
Huh. Then
The chain lock is broken. Monsieur Michel told me that he broke the chain on the door to get into the room.
so it was definitely locked then. Ah. No footprints.
The snow is falling only lightly this morning. The murderer would have left tracks in the snow if he had jumped out the window.
So what else? A suitcase. We got a note there, but let's...
Expensive clothing, recently laundered.
Neatly packed. Alice was walking in the forest of 1,000 flowers. She picked 10 flowers to make a bouquet. Suddenly the bouquet turned into a butterfly and the flowers on the ground began to multiply. There were twice as many. Alice arrived in front of a door that asked her, "If you want to get out of the forest, you must tell me how many flowers are left in the forest." Wait, what?
Not exactly the reading material one would expect of a man like Ratchet.
So, wait. 10 flowers to make a bouquet. So there would be 990. And the flowers on the ground began to multiply. There was twice as many. Alice arrived in front of a door that asked, "If you want to get out of the forest, you must tell me how many flowers are left in the forest." 1980 maybe? I don't know. Let's check. And that could be the code for this. Et voila. Money? I'm disappointed.
Not very surprising.
For each person hurt, you will suffer the same harm. Your death is near. We never forget.
Unusual letter, this.
Well, it seems like a... definitely a intimidation. Daily planner. Oh. Call Cairo, check carpets, delivery, Orient Express, call DC, check... Money TV, nothing else. Debrief with H. Arriving to Venice.
Ratchet had an appointment he will never keep.
And confirm Blight, RJ, meet AW. Fontana dei Conigli.
A meeting place on the back of a postcard. Someone with the initials AW.
Right. Are we done with this now? I think we are. Let's see. Sorry. I can't recap what happened just yet. So. I need to check Constantine's alibi to get clearer picture. I might do that before I try to recap. What do we have here? The murderer's way out. Select 2 elements that reveal the most likely way the murderer exited Mr. Ratchet's room. there is a connecting door. And the door is not latched. Get through the connecting door because it was not latched. Wait. The murderer was able to get through the connecting door because it was not latched. Window. No.
Not good.
Sorry. There are two elements that reveal the most likely way the murder.
I must admit I'm
Wait,
not
what?
right this time.
Chain of the holder is broken. Michelle broke the open hole. I thought he exited from the... What am I supposed to do now? The murderer could not get out through the hall door because he was locked from... It was locked from the inside. Yeah, because I thought we answered the question already by... Okay. Select two elements that reveal the most likely way the murderer exited Ratchet's room. The murderer could not get out through the hall door because it was locked from the inside.
This is wrong.
No.
But I'm never far from the truth.
So, what else? Train stop. Trapped in the snow. The window is open. But, okay. Oh. The murderer probably hoped he was going to get out the next station through the window, but the train never made it. Okay. Okay.
So, the murderer must have exited through Madame Hubbard's room. Et voilà.
Okay, that was my brain making things a bit more complicated. Probably because I just thought that I need to say that he went to the Hubbard's room, which is obvious because he didn't go outside and he couldn't go to the... Okay. The witness of the escape. I have to ask people whose rooms were closest to Ratchet if they saw or heard anything. But let's see the good doctor before we continue to the other balloon. The night of the murder.
I'm sorry, Doctor, but I must question you.
Of course. I must be considered under suspicion like everyone else.
May I know your movements last night?
I share compartment 101 with Mr. Book. He would not stop talking about his beloved train. I listened to him for hours talking about his Orient Express.
My friend Book will no doubt confirm this.
Link with the victim.
Did you know the victim?
Not at all. I noticed him last night at dinner, but I did not pay much attention.
Clues.
Did you touch anything in here this morning?
I checked for a pulse. There was none. Rigor mortis had commenced. The body was cool to the touch. I touched nothing else.
The victim.
What can you tell me about the victim?
He died from multiple stab wounds of varying angles and depth. More than one would have been fatal. I would place the time of death roughly between midnight and 2 a.m. With more time, I hope I can be more precise.
I assume the open window complicates matters.
Indeed. Conditions are not perfect.
Okay.
Thank you for your help, Doctor.
Now let's see what we... Yeah, we need to... Who are the two people who could have seen the murderer leaving the room? Hubbard and Michelle.
That was easy.
Right. Those we need to obviously interrogate. and Michelle, but we have this recap events that help. What happened? Ratchet had a gun under his pillow, glass containing dregs of powder, sleeping pills, and night of the murder, yes. Threatening letter and gun under. Okay, Ratchet was on his guard. Maybe those. Yes, Ratchet wanted to stay on his guard, yet he took a sleeping pill. That is a bit weird.
I can't imagine Ratchet taking a sleeping pill if he feared for his life. My little grey cells did not let me down.
Ah, employees. Who are the two persons who work for Ratchet? Wait, somebody else working for him? Masterman. I totally somehow.
I'm right again. That happens to me a lot.
Somehow it almost slipped my mind. I must interrogate Ratchet's valet and Ratchet's secretary. Yeah. Okay, I think we're almost done here.
I think I've seen everything I need at the moment. I'm counting on you to finish your analysis.
I'll have a more detailed report for you as soon as I can.
Okay. I'll take a quick break, get something to drink, and I'll be right back. Okay, let's see. We need to... Oh, right. We need to go and interrogate people.
The chain lock is broke.
Yes.
So, Poirot, did you find anything out?
It's a bit early for the handcuffs, my friend. Even for Hercule Poirot. Do not worry, mon ami. I believe our culprit has no plans to strike again. Monsieur Ratchet was the target. Of that I am convinced.
Now, alibi.
Tell me, Book, how did you spend last night?
This is a joke, I hope. Don't you trust your old friend?
My friend, calm yourself. I must hear your story in order to corroborate other accounts.
Ah, naturally. Let me see. I went to my compartment after dinner. Dr. Constantine was already there. We talked about his career. He's a Cambridge man, you know. After university, he returned to his country and has done much good there. He was so interested in the Orient Express. I told him all the anecdotes I know. I'm not certain when we fell asleep, but it was very late.
Okay, and investigation.
Here is what I have found out. Monsieur Ratchet was stabbed many times. I also found threatening letters in his safe. He had a loaded gun under his pillow, so he was on guard, ready to defend himself. However, there was an empty glass with white residue at the bottom. I suspect a barbiturate. Perhaps he was forced to take it. In any case, I am certain he was unconscious, unable to defend himself. I also found several other items at the crime scene, possibly related to the murder. They must be investigated.
By all means, Poirot. As fast as you can.
I also found liquid for an electronic cigarette, but I could not find a vape. This might belong to the murderer.
This criminal is an amateur.
Maybe. And a list of passengers.
I need a list of the passengers with their compartment numbers.
Pierre Michel will have it.
I must interview the rest of the passengers and the staff.
I'll be in the bar car if you need me. We are hours late. Soon I hope help will arrive.
Okay. Should have the list. Okay, good to know. Anything else? Do we have something in here? Samuel Ratchet. Nothing new at the moment. 204. Is she in? Hubbard.
Good morning, madam. I am Hercule Poirot.
Caroline Hubbard. What can I do for you, Mr. Poirot?
I am the bearer of unfortunate news.
It's obvious with all the commotion that something has happened.
Madame Hubbard, I am afraid your neighbor, Monsieur Ratchet, was murdered last night.
Oh my God! I knew it! I knew it!
I would like to ask you some questions, but first, may I inspect your room?
Of course, yes, you must.
I must. Interesting. You are an American. 60. I guess housewife.
That's the right answer.
Now, let's see what we can find from here. Ooh.
The luxury of the Orient Express is present in every detail.
Indeed, you are correct. Probably makeup bag or something. Latch closed.
This door connects to Monsieur Ratchet's compartment. It was latched on this side.
Interesting. What is it? Horsey? Button.
Here is a jacket button. It bears the logo of the Orient Express.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, now we can continue. Something was stuck on my throat. My untold story. This is who I want to be. Okay. Oh! Oh, you are collecting mustaches also.
You can never have too many of these.
No. So, let's have a little chat. Last night.
Madame, please tell me about last night.
The murderer was right here in my compartment. I woke up. All in the dark it was. I was just so scared I couldn't scream. I pressed the call button. I pressed and pressed. I heard footsteps running in the corridor, then a knock on my door. "Come in," I screamed. And I switched on the lights at the same time. And would you believe it? There wasn't a soul there.
You think he went back into the other compartment?
How do I know where he went? I had my eyes shut tight. The conductor came in. I told the man what had happened, and he didn't seem to believe me. I asked him to search the room, but he found nothing. I told the conductor to look at the door between the compartments, and sure enough, it wasn't bolted. Well, I soon saw to that. I told him to bolt it, then and there.
Okay.
How is it you didn't bolt the door between the two compartments?
But I had. Well, as a matter of fact, I asked that Swedish lady, Olsen, Greta, if it was bolted, and she said it was.
How was it you could not see for yourself?
I was already in bed, and my toiletry bag was hanging on the hook of the door. I couldn't see the latch from where I was.
What time was it when you asked her to do this for you?
Oh, it must have been around 10:30 or 10:45 p.m. She'd come along to see if I had an aspirin. But instead of opening my door, she opened Mr. Ratchet's door by mistake. He said something quite rude, like, "Not a chance, lady, you're too old." It shocked her. She came in. I told her where to find the aspirin, and she got it out of my toiletry bag. Poor girl, she didn't have a good night.
The same could be said for Monsieur Ratchet. It appears Mademoiselle Olsen may be the last person to see Ratchet alive.
Interesting. H-embroidered handkerchief.
Is this your handkerchief?
No, not at all.
Yet it is embroidered with an initial H, like your name.
I don't care. It's not mine, and I would certainly never buy something so impractical as that frilly thing.
Right. Smoker?
Are you a smoker?
No, definitely not. filthy habit.
Nasty. The button.
I found a jacket button on your table. It looks like it belongs to
The train employee?
a train employee. The button bears the logo of the Orient Express.
Well, of course, the conductor came in last night, but he didn't go near that table.
Still, it's a safe bet that it belongs to the conductor. I'll check his jacket later, to be sure.
I think we're
I have
done.
not finished inspecting your room, if you don't mind.
I have not. Wait. Oh, right.
See if Mrs. Hubbard was telling the truth about the latch of the connecting door.
So we need to... okay.
This hook is probably where Mrs. Hubbard hung her toiletry bag. This hook is probably where...
So... Oh, right. Do we need to take the toiletry back from here? Ah, yes. And now we can stick it in here.
I can see the latch very well from here, even with the toiletry bag attached. I'll have to clear that up with Mrs. Hubbard.
Yes. So, let's talk again.
Mrs. Hubbard, you told me that the door connecting the two compartments was closed, correct?
Yes, it was, as I told you. I was already in bed and my toiletry bag was hanging on the hook of the door. I couldn't see the latch from where I was. That's why I asked Miss Olsen to check if it was closed.
So... I think it's this one.
Are you sure everything you've told me is accurate, Madame Hubbard?
Of course. I have an excellent memory.
The... Aspirin, let's wishable.
Mrs. Hubbard, I tested putting your toiletry bag on the door hook as you told me. From your bed, you can easily see the latch on the door. The toiletry bag does not hide the latch at all.
Are you saying I'm lying? It may have been stuck somehow in a different position, or I may not have seen it in the darkness. Or I didn't think to look, you irritating man.
Details matter, madame. A man has been most savagely murdered. You will excuse me if I attempt to separate the truth from the false.
Forget my toiletry bag and focus on who entered my compartment. Probably after killing Mr. Ratchet.
Madame Hubbard is a force to be reckoned with, but I suspect I'm not done with her.
We are not done.
Thank you for your assistance, madame.
By a long shot. Because we're just starting this. Anyways, I think we are done for now. So, hello.
Monsieur Michel, I must ask you a few questions if you don't mind.
I will do everything I can to help.
First of all, tell me about yourself.
Very well. My name, as you know, is Pierre Michel. I am from Calais. I've been with the company for over 15 years.
Thank you.
I think controller.
Et voilà.
Here we are. We need the list.
Can you provide me with a listing of the passengers and their rooms, please?
Yes, certainly.
Constantine Toby Harris, Hector McQueen, Edward Masterman, Antonio Foscarelli, Mary Debenham, Greta Olson, John Locke, Hildegard Schmidt, Archibald Arbuthnot, Natalia Dragomerov, Cyrus Hartman, Nikolai Petrovich, Samuel Ratchet, Caroline Hubbard, Rudolf Atreni. Staff: Pierre Michel, Freya Nielsen, Hotaru Mori, Jean Faucher. Okay. What's the first? Derby Constantine. Constantine? Okay. Thank you. Smoker.
Are you a smoker?
Indeed.
Do you smoke e-cigarettes?
No, tobacco only.
Ratchet.
I would like to reconstruct with your help the events of last night. Monsieur Ratchet retired to bed. When?
Almost immediately after dinner, sir. Actually, before we left Belgrade.
Did anybody go into his compartment after that?
His valet, monsieur. Monsieur Masterman, and then his secretary, the young American gentleman, Monsieur McQueen.
And that is the last time you saw or heard of him?
No, monsieur. You forget that Monsieur Ratchet rang his bell around 12:40 a.m., soon after we had stopped. I knocked at the door, but he called out in French, "Ce n'est rien, je me suis trompé." I then left to answer another bell that had just rung.
Okay. Presence at 1:15.
Where were you at 1:15 a.m.?
I was sitting on my little seat at the end of the car, facing up the corridor.
Are you sure?
I left a little after 1 a.m. to speak about the snow with my colleague Jean in the bar car. I came back later. There was a call. I remember speaking to you.
Indeed, I remember. Carry on.
It was the American lady, Madame Hubbard. She thought she saw a man in her compartment. Then, around 1:50 a.m., I made the bed for Monsieur Ratchet's secretary, Monsieur McQueen. He had spent the evening talking with the English Captain Arbuthnot. At 2 a.m., I returned to my place and stayed there until dawn.
Okay. Last station.
What is the last station where we stopped?
Vinkovsky.
Could someone have come on board?
Possibly. I was very busy. Owing to the weather, we were a few minutes late. We left at 12:10 a.m.
Missing button.
I found a button from an Orient Express staff jacket. Did you lose one by any chance?
No, monsieur. As you can see, I have all my buttons. It is not mine.
Fine. So we are done with you then. Michelle activity. We have Mrs. Abbott calls Mr. Michel, then he speaks with me. That was around 1:20. Mr. Michel stays post until until the morning. Train is stuck by the snowdrift. Ratchet calls Michel. Smokes on the station platform. Vinkovsky. So I guess it's like so.
That was easy.
Fine. The killer avoided Mr. Michel. Select 2 elements to help deduce how the killer avoided being seen by Mr. Michel.
This is wrong.
Nope.
But I'm never far from the truth.
Okay. So it's on the platform. Vinkovsky. Train stopped by. Oh, sorry. Train stopped by the snow. I was thinking different. 12:10. This.
I do
Nope.
not think that's the right answer. I must admit I'm not right this time.
Ratchet watch apparently broken 1:15. Ah, I should have checked this. I was more thinking about the smoking part. The murderer was able to take advantage of Mr. Michel's absence, escape without being seen at 1:15. Okay.
While Monsieur Michel was chatting with Monsieur Fauchet in the bar car between 1 a.m. and 2 a.m., the murderer could have escaped Ratchet's room without being seen. That's the right answer.
Yeah, I think so. Is Mrs. Hubbard a suspect? Is Mr. Michel a suspect? What does that mean? Do I want to make any choices yet? Not yet. I think I'll have to end this episode soonish because my brains are starting to freeze again, as you may have seen. But I'll continue just a little bit. Do I want to talk? We are not talking to you. Do we talk to you? No. So what do we need to actually do now? Ratchet and the Sleeping Pills, secretary and valet. Are they in their rooms, by the by? I think they were in the second class. If I can, I'll... Oh, did we take that? 102 and 103. We're definitely not running. So... 107, 106, and 103. Anyone in here? Hello? I guess you're the masterman. Do I want to check your room? No.
Monsieur Edward Masterman, I believe. May I ask you some questions?
I can barely talk. I have a terrible toothache.
We have a doctor on board the train. Perhaps...
I do not need a doctor. I use essential oils. If you can find my flask of clove oil in my box, I would be grateful.
Fine, if you insist. I will help you.
Anything else I can find from here? Oh, I guess not. Almond 5 milliliters. Ylang 2 milliliters. Lemon 24 milliliters. Lavender 80 milliliters. Clove 7. Okay.
By the smell, I think that the jojoba oil spilled on the other bottles, leaving their labels illegible. I must find another way to find which one is Masterman's toothache remedy.
Right, what is that?
The weighing scale is soaked in jojoba oil. It's unusable.
Okay. So...
this old scale will do the job.
Unfortunately, the sizes doesn't really bring me anything.
To start, I must first arrange the vials from the lightest to the heaviest.
Okay. Do I need to... That is at least heavier. Okay. We know this is the heaviest, so this should be maybe lemon. Okay, what happens if I put this here? Yellow is still heavier than the red. So I guess you are... maybe a lavender. But you are heavier. So...
Now that I know the order, I think that I can easily guess which one is the clove oil.
well, it's not this, and it's not this, so it should be this.
Here is Monsieur Masterman's remedy.
Well, that worked. Pick up. Hopefully it will help you.
Here is your remedy. I hope it will help.
Thank you very much, sir. Ah, well, I can finally speak without too much pain. I'm ready to answer your questions.
You are Monsieur Ratchet's valet?
Yes, sir, that is correct.
Were you told that your employer was murdered?
Yes, sir. A very shocking occurrence.
Very shocking occurrence. Valet. Maybe 39. Could be older, but I'll go with the 39. I'm guessing American.
Et voilà.
Okay, so far so good. Night of the Crime.
At what hour did you last see Monsieur Ratchet?
It must have been around 9 p.m., sir. That or a little after. I went to bed around 10:30 p.m., same as the person who shares my room, Mr. Foscarelli. He almost immediately began snoring.
What did you do then?
I read, sir, and I spent a while soothing my toothache with clove oil and listening to the snoring.
Did you hear anything during the night?
Yes, my roommate's snoring.
Okay, smoker.
Are you a smoker?
Yes, sir. I have a cigarette now and then to relax.
Ratchet.
Tell me about your employer, Monsieur Ratchet.
I've been working for him for 9 months. I should not wish to speak ill of the dead, but he was not a gentleman, sir.
Did you know that he had enemies?
Yes, sir. I heard him discussing some threatening letters, sir, with Mr. McQueen.
Did he mention these letters to you?
He had been reading a letter when I came in. He asked me if I was the one who put it in his compartment. I told him that I had done no such thing, and he should report it to the police at the next station.
How did he respond?
He laughed, sir.
You're joking.
I do not joke, sir.
Forgive me, I can see you do not. Was he taking sleeping pills?
Always when traveling by train, sir. He said he couldn't sleep otherwise. Last night he asked me to give him 2. I did so, along with a glass of water. He dissolved them in the water.
Did you see him drink the water?
No, sir. I left right after I gave him the pills.
Interesting. 2 pills to sleep while he's being threatened. Is Ratchet a smoker?
Was Monsieur Ratchet a smoker?
No. He finds smokers disgusting.
Can you tell me again why you gave sleeping pills to Monsieur Ratchet?
Yes, I gave him the pills because when he takes the train, he has trouble sleeping. The letter must have worried him. He specifically asked me to prepare the sleeping pills. I didn't see him drink the water with the pills in it.
Wait. Prepare the sleeping pills. The letter must have worried him. Now my brains are not working at all.
Monsieur, I believe you are
I guess
not
that's wrong.
telling me the truth.
What? How can you say that?
Scream in the night.
We heard Monsieur Ratchet call out during the night around 20 to 1. It's doubtful he called out after he took the sleeping pills, but it's possible he took them later.
He asked me to make his drink for him. Maybe he drank it later.
That's true, but it doesn't explain why Ratchet would want to take sleeping pills later that night.
Gun?
He received threatening letters, one, it seems, last night. Did you know he had a gun under his pillow? And even asked for my help to watch over him? I find it strange that he asked you for sleeping pills when he was afraid for his life and prepared to defend himself.
I'm sure I don't know. Maybe to calm his nerves, maybe out of habit.
It makes no sense.
Wait, please. Isn't it possible that Mr. Ratchet asked me to prepare the pills, but didn't plan to drink them for some reason?
It is possible. But I am a student of character, monsieur, and the Monsieur Ratchet you describe is not the man I met.
If you'll excuse me, my toothache is getting worse again.
I'm afraid this time you must prepare your own clove oil.
That definitely... I was a little worried what to choose, but I think I choose correctly. Because it is interesting that he would take 2 pills while he's worried about his life. Anyways, let's go 102 next. Oh, hello there. Whoa, 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 hello there. Okay.
Another delightful trophy for my collection.
Oh, finally I found all of them. Anything else I can see? So, do you need some essential oils, or do I make your coffee, or your bed, or something like that?
I believe I am addressing Monsieur Hector McQueen.
Guilty as charged.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, sorry. Just an expression. My father used to say it.
You must have had an interesting childhood. I am Hercule Poirot.
No need to be modest. You're a detective.
You are Monsieur Ratchet's secretary?
I am Mr. Ratchet's secretary. Just over a year. I mainly take care of translating certain texts for him. Mr. Ratchet only speaks English.
Prepare yourself for a shock. Your employer, Monsieur Ratchet, is dead.
So they got him after all.
What do you mean? You are assuming he was murdered?
I know he had enemies.
Interesting. If you noticed, he just said, McQueen, that Ratchet didn't speak any other languages except English. So who spoke French at night? Anyways, Ratchet.
What can you tell me about Monsieur Ratchet?
He was American. He was an antiques dealer. I don't know much more. Mr. Ratchet never talked about himself or his life, but I think Ratchet wasn't his real name. And he left the United States to run away from something, or someone.
Yes?
He started getting letters, threatening letters.
Do you still have them?
I have one.
Did you know that Monsieur Ratchet had asked for my help?
Asked you? No, I didn't know.
He knew he was in danger. When did you last see him?
Last night around 10 o'clock, I should say.
Did you like your employer, Monsieur McQueen?
No, I did not. He was, I'm sure, a cruel and dangerous man.
Okay, the night of the crime.
Can you tell me your movements last night?
I went back to my compartment. I read a little. In Belgrade, I went out onto the platform to smoke, but it was cold. I quickly went back in. I then went to Mr. Ratchet's compartment to take some dictation for him. I left around 10 o'clock. I saw Captain Arbuthnot. We ended up chatting in my compartment. Then we went out on the platform to quickly stretch our legs at Vinkovsky. He left around 2 o'clock.
Thank you. I will need to check Monsieur McQueen's story with Captain Arbuthnot.
Okay. Let's make a marking here. Wait a minute. Okay, and Ratchet's
I
diary.
found a diary in Monsieur Ratchet's safe. Did you know about it?
I kept a business appointment book, but I know he had a personal diary as well. That looks like it.
Smoker.
Are you a smoker?
Yes, I smoke cigarettes. I've tried to quit, but no luck.
Well, he basically said he went to smoke with Arbitnut. Threatening letter.
Can you give me this letter, please?
Of course, here it is.
Time to die. Well, short and to the point. Interesting. So that would definitely make it more obvious that he wouldn't take the sleeping pills, maybe? And Ratchet.
Was Monsieur Ratchet a smoker?
No, he hated the smell of smoke.
Okay, we are done here. New note, Ratchet talks to Mr. Michel. Select 2 elements of interest from the encounter with Mr. Michel, the evening of the murder. And Ratchet spoke.
This is wrong.
Wait, what?
But I'm never far from the truth.
Oh. Is it this then? Ah, okay. It's not Ratchet who spoke to Mr. Michel. Yeah, that's what I was going for, but I choose poorly, as you can see. And it's not Ratchet who spoke to Mr. Michel. Oh, sorry, yeah. Select 2 elements, so... these. Murder pretended Ratchet was still alive at 12:37 a.m.
The murderer may have impersonated Ratchet by calling Monsieur Michel to make it seem that Ratchet was still alive at 12:37 a.m. That was easy.
Well, sort of. So what? Wait, we have something new there. Ratchet. The hypothesis of the night of the crime. Ratchet took sleeping pills. The killer then murdered him in his room and waited to escape while Mr. Michel was not in corridor. That sounds weird. Ratchet takes sleeping pills. The murderer enters Ratchet's room. He kills him with the... What? No. Ratchet takes sleeping pills. The murderer enters Ratchet's room. He stabs him with a knife. He calls Mr. Michel to make believe that Ratchet is alive. He opens the windows to escape, but the train is stuck in the snow. He waits for Mr. Michel to take break to leave the room. Takes sleeping pills. The murderer enters Ratchet's room. He stabs him with a knife. He calls Mr. Michel to pretend that Ratchet is alive. He opens the window and flees. I'll go with the middle one.
Et voilà.
Honestly, all of these could be suspects. I don't know if I want to make those changes. What is this? My progress to book. Sleeping pills. Yeah, I don't want to... Hell, it could have been Mr. Michel by himself. So I don't want to commit just yet. But I think I'll end this episode, or do I need to go to... Okay, I'll go to Mr. Book. And after that, I'll end this episode. Again, I'm starting to be a bit tired, and my brains are definitely not working. Well, let's be honest, they usually don't work, but most of the time, but I still wish they were a little bit faster than what they're doing now. So let's see. Where is... Oh, I don't need to check for mustaches for now. I don't know, does it matter if I choose the suspects or not? Because if I'm honest, I don't know enough. I don't know enough, yeah.
So, my friend, have you found our killer?
Not yet, but I will tell you what I have learned.
Please.
Investigation.
Our assassin could have gotten on the train at Vinkovsky disguised as a conductor, entered Ratchet's room and killed him. Then he walked out through Madame Hubbard's connecting door, where he lost a button from his jacket. He had to wait for Monsieur Michel to be absent. He waited too long. The train had left the station.
He was trapped aboard.
Indeed. He had opened the window to make it look that he'd escaped that way. However, if he waited until the train stopped again due to snow, his footprints would have been found.
The murderer is still among us, on the train.
There's a problem with the second-class toilets.
What now?
All morning passengers have been complaining that the door is locked, so I went to check. I knocked, but no one answered. I didn't think I should open it without speaking to you first.
You did well, Monsieur Michel. Lead the way.
Okay, what is now happening?
I use my master key.
But who is she? Is she alive?
She is breathing.
Then if she isn't dead, isn't she our murderer?
That, my friend, is what we must find out.
Oh, she was the person in the station. Istanbul, Paris.
The ticket reads Joanna Locke, traveling in compartment 105.
Okay. Now I understand, yes.
Miss, can you hear me? She's breathing. Her pulse is strong. There is no sign of physical violence. This woman is sleeping very soundly.
She's alive?
This woman is sound asleep. Given her location, I would say she has been drugged and deposited here.
Well, at least it's not another murder on my train.
Roommate?
The train is, of course, full.
Monsieur, the list I gave you indicates that Hildegard Schmidt shares her compartment.
I will want to talk to her later. For now, we will concentrate on this mysterious young lady. Let's return her to her more comfortable bed.
Good idea. Pierre, locate this woman's room and fetch the doctor.
Yes, sir.
Question her.
I will question her when she wakes up.
Please, let me know what you learn.
Well, I guess that's given, considering the situation.
Mademoiselle Locke's compartment is 105. I suggest we return her to her more comfortable bed.
Yes, hopefully she will awaken soon.
And investigate Sherlock. Mine. Oh. I need to know more about this person. If I search her room, I'm sure I'll find something. Yes, yes. Moby Dick. Ah, residue.
A cup of tea with white residue at the bottom.
So he was trucked also, or she faked it. Oh, there's the thing what I was looking for, which I didn't know, but when I saw it, I knew it. Aha. another one of those. So it wasn't open enough.
A briefcase and a wagon-lit conductor's jacket. And the button is missing.
Well, that's a coincidence. What else do I need to do? Because the problem is... Oh, do I need to click this? What is that white circle around it? Huh? Okay, now I see.
Have you tried 1, 2, 3, 4? If you need a break, I can ask Jean to make you some coffee. But of course you know what you're doing. It is booby-trapped, is it? We really need to find the combination. Have you tried 0000?
Could you please?
What if the briefcase is booby-trapped? No, that's mine. I never remember my passwords, so I make them easy ones. Poirot, I'm disappointed in you. I was certain you would have it by now. So, Poirot, any luck so far? Poirot, I'm disappointed in you. I was certain you would have it by now. Have you tried 0000? We really need to find the combination. If you need a break, I can ask Jean to make you some coffee. No, that's mine. I never remember my passwords, so I make them easy ones.
Shut up!
Book.
Just shut up.
Silent like a mouse, please.
I'm sorry. You're right. I'll be quiet now. You need to concentrate. I will not utter another word.
Can I slap you?
Book. There will be another murder on the Orient Express in a moment.
I thought I could still hear the click, even though I would have the visual cue, but apparently that is not possible. And what do we have here? Gun, badge. Okay.
She has a gun.
Come, Poirot. Criminals are often known to carry one.
Ratchet was stabbed, not shot. But then why take it on the train?
Well, we already see why.
This badge says that Joanna Locke is an American detective with the Berkshire Police Department in Massachusetts.
An American police officer? Oh.
Oh, indeed, oh. Berkshire.
Her driver's license confirms her identity. She is American.
These are fake IDs. It's certain.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain these are actually legit. And room 203. Yes, he was looking for.
Mademoiselle Locke seems very interested in our victim.
Of course. She has studied her target.
Possibly.
And... aha, this seems a bit familiar.
The stuffed animal is the same as in the photo found at the crime scene.
What a coincidence.
Mademoiselle Locke appears to have been investigating Monsieur Ratchet.
Well...
look, she's waking up.
Thanks to you, I would not be surprised if our murder victim were also waking up.
What?
Well, hello there, Joanna Locke.
Oh,
What's all the yelling about?
Who are you? Give me a good reason why you should not be in handcuffs.
I can give you a reason, Book. Whose handcuffs will we use? I have none. Do you?
Well,
You are Joanna Locke, mademoiselle?
Yes, Joanna Locke. I'm a detective. Berkshire, Massachusetts Police.
I have found your credentials, mademoiselle.
And I know who you are, Mr. Poirot.
Then, if the introductions are complete, perhaps the explanations may begin.
I'll try. It's simple, really. I'm on the trail of a murderer.
A murderer, you say? Would that happen to be a Ratchet?
I had just been promoted to detective after 5 years on patrol. It was my first time on a major case. It had been a month since Daisy Armstrong was kidnapped. The Armstrongs were desperate for some sign of hope. I was there only for paperwork, to fill in some blanks.
Daisy Armstrong kidnapping. And this is going to be a perfect place, if I can save, the end. Okay, not yet. So let's look around. We have a club compartment, a map.
A topographical map. Often more important than a road map in these mountains.
Good to know. Do we need it?
A topographical map.
Thank you. And files. Daisy Armstrong, a 3-year-old girl, daughter of John and Sonia Armstrong. Victim was taken sometime on the evening of February 24th, 2019. The abduction took place at the Armstrong residence where reception was being held. Miss Burrow, Daisy's nanny, discovered the child's disappearance at approximately 10:45 p.m.
The investigation is now part of a pile of investigations, and my captain sent me here just to dot some I's and cross some T's.
A letter was found outside the child's bedroom window. It was used to remove Daisy from the house. The window, usually locked from the inside, was found open. 4-wheel drive tracks were found in the woods near the house. No party guests drove 4x4.
The crime was audacious. How could the kidnapper know which was the window of Daisy's room? No, they could use a ladder to reach it, and no, they could enter the room without being seen.
Have 1 million ready in 2 to 3 days. We will inform you where to deliver the money. We caution you not to go public or talk to the police. The child is in safe hand. After law enforcement protocols were in place, the Armstrongs followed the ransom demand instructions and paid the ransom of $1 million on March 1st, 2019. Since then, there has been no further communication from the kidnappers and Daisy has not been returned. The investigation is ongoing.
The misspellings are clearly on purpose, and they didn't return the child when the ransom was paid.
Information: name John Armstrong, age 38, occupation retired colonel, British Armed Forces. Statement: we were hosting a social event to raise money for a local museum. There were many people, some of them total strangers to us, and we were all very busy. Then we heard Suzanne, Daisy's nanny, screaming. It must have been 10:45 p.m. or 10:50 p.m. My wife and I were upstairs to Daisy's room. Sorry. Suzanne was crying hysterically. Daisy was no longer in her bed, and her pillow was on her pillow was a ransom note.
How could the child be taken with so many people in the house?
Well, basically it could have been quite easy after all, because they were busy doing everything else. Sonia Armstrong, 38, occupation, housewife. Statement: the last time I saw Daisy was about 10:30 p.m. when I went up to check on her in her room. I noticed Suzanne was not around, but Daisy was sleeping peacefully. I stayed with her for 10 minutes or so. I assumed Suzanne would return soon, so I rejoined the party. Nanny, computer input error 79, deposition to be retaken. Telephone record for the day of the abduction for the Armstrongs and Miss Moreau. Sonny Armstrong called Sonny Armstrong, Suzanne Moreau called someone. Okay.
The phone record of the night of the kidnapping. The last call was for 911.
Suzanne Moreau called especially 10:11 p.m. to 10:45 p.m. Why?
That's why I'm here. I can't imagine the pain her parents felt when they realized Daisy was gone. How are they going to feel when they realize I have no answers for them? Only more questions. How could the child be taken with so many people in the house?
Okay. Anything else? I think we're done in the car. Now I guess I can save. And can I not save? Oh, I can. Okay. So whoa, this will be a longer episode. So this is another character we are playing, and these are something that are definitely different from the story. So it's interesting to see how this pans out. Well, yes. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you next time. Until then, goodbye.